Hello, my name is Zach Santa. I run a marketing agency called South Digital. We've been working alongside essential oils worldwide for around a couple of years. And in this video, I'm essentially going to be showing you how to start Facebook advertising, how to set up your account, how to create your first advert, get something out there, and what to do after that's happened as well. So we're going to be covering quite a lot in this video. I'm going to dive straight in. So the first thing that we need to do is get you set up with the Facebook Business Suite. I'm going to make the assumption that you already have a Facebook account set up, as of course most people do. So what we're going to do is head to business.facebook.com, and this is going to be your new home for managing anything involved with your business on Facebook. So I've set up a brand new Facebook profile here just so I can run through all the setup with you and you can follow along. We're going to click create an account. So I'm just going to put my name as the business name, but you can put anything here if you've got a company, or even if you just got like a trading name or something, or like a name of your page, you can whack that in there. Okay, so it's going to ask you to go to your email and click a link to receive full access. Right, so now hopefully you should be inside of your business manager. You might just need to click confirm or something to make your way through once you've clicked that link in your email. Yeah, it should take you here. So we've got a clean slate, nothing on here just yet. So what we need to do is we need to click this here. So go to business settings. So this is going to take you to your business management settings. So you can see it's a separate asset to your actual Facebook account. It's a business account. So it's a different asset entirely to your Facebook account. And as you can see, you'll actually be an admin of this business account. So it's essentially like a company on Facebook. So it's a completely different thing to your main profile, but it is controlled by your profile. So what we're going to do is come into pages. We're going to click add and we're going to create a page. So we're going to say it's a local business. We could just call this essential oils or you direct, something like that. And week. And in shopping and retail, and I'm just going to put my home address in here so you can see that we've got this page created in here. What you can actually do is you can view the page, you can see it here, so you can easily come in, switch over to the profile. We'll just come back here. So you can change your profile picture for the page up here, add a cover photo, all of that as you would do for a usual Facebook account. So you got your page in here. So that's all set up. Cool. So we'll leave that. So the next thing we're going to do is come over to add accounts, click add, and we're going to say create a new ad account. So in pounds, I like to put the business name and then just put ad account there, just so you can see what it's for. Okay, cool. And then the next thing you want to do is just add yourself to manage the ad account. And you can add payment info. I'm not going to do that just here. You can always do it later once the ad's created before you actually run it. Awesome. So now that ad account's created, we've got our page as well. Definitely would recommend going and filling out the information on the page, but I'm just going to leave it blank for demo purposes. So we got a page, we got our ad account, we got our business manager. So we got the basic infrastructure set to be able to create our ads. So what we're going to do next is click on all tools, and then we're going to go to Ad Manager. So here's where we're going to be spending most of our time, building ads, checking performance, optimizing adverts. So here's where you'll be. So it may even be worth just making a bookmark of this page, just so you have it for easy access. So what we're going to do is come over to the campaigns tab and click create. Now you can see these 6 different objectives. I will talk lightly on all of them and let you know which ones I recommend. So we have awareness. So this is essentially going to just send out your ad to as many people as possible, and it's not going to really think about, are these the sorts of people that should be viewing the advert? It's just going to get you the cheapest blast of people just looking at the advert, which in my opinion is a waste of time. Exactly the same with traffic. It's going to find people that are going to click on your ad and click view the ad, but they're not likely, or Facebook aren't looking for people that are going to convert, become a lead, and become a sale. They're just literally looking for people that are going to click on the advert. With Facebook, you need to be very specific about what you want from them, and the sorts of people that you want them to find for your business. So the next one, engagement. So this is essentially people that are gonna comment, like your post, maybe send you a message. The only thing I would recommend using engagement for is if you want people to message you directly, say on Messenger, Instagram, or WhatsApp, as detailed on here, because it can be a good way to start dialogue. I wouldn't recommend just going out and finding people that are gonna like or comment on your post or on your advert, because most of the time, especially if it's likes, they're just going to find people that go ahead and like everything, and they're not likely to be people that are inside of your audience that you're looking to go after. So the next one is the one we're going to be focusing on today, and the one that I would recommend for the essential oils niche, especially if you're looking for people to book a class or that sort of thing. Here we can keep people on Facebook. We can give them a lead form so they can easily go in, hand over their information, sign up for something, and then you get that instantly, and you can give them a call, or book them in, or however that process looks for you. This is by far the most effective way, because you're telling Facebook, hey, I want leads. I want people that are interested in my business and interested in what I have to offer, and are willing to hand over their contact details for that. So these are going to be pretty warm leads, and yeah, a good way for you to build your business. App promotion, don't worry about that unless you have an app. I don't see why you would. Yeah, we can leave that off. And then sales. So this is if you've got a website selling essential oils, that sort of thing. So I'm guessing most of you don't have that. So I'll leave that off. But yeah, if you're sending people to somewhere outside of Facebook, say to a website, then here's where you want to be if you want people to actually make a purchase. But as I say, we're going to be focusing on the leads objective today. So I'm going to click on that. Now we're going to name the campaign. What I like to do is say exactly what it is. So I might say lead generation, and I'll date it as well. So I'll put May 23. And then our ad set here. So essentially we've got 3 levels. I'll chat through those. So we've got campaign. So that's broadly where we'll set the budget and the objective. The ad set, that will determine the audience placement. So where it's going to go. Are we going to put it on Facebook, Instagram, in the feed, or Messenger, that sort of thing? We'll dive into that. And then also the schedule and spending as well, what that looks like. And then the ad actually contains the text and the image and that sort of thing. That's the front facing bit, what the potential lead or customer is going to see. So lead generation, May 23, I like to copy that, and then I'm going to put targeted audience here, because we may build some different ad sets with different audiences to test. We're not going to do that today, but just to make sure we know what sort of audience is inside of this ad set. And then here, I'm going to put dynamic ad, which will make sense once we get to that stage. So we'll come back to why this is a dynamic ad later on. Cool, so we'll click continue. Awesome. So we don't need to declare it's the special ad category because it doesn't relate to any of these things. And don't worry about these two. You can just leave them off for now. So we're going to come straight into the ad set. Now you can see here we've got different locations for the conversion of a lead. This is saying, where are you going to generate your leads? You've got website, instant forms, messenger, instant forms and messenger, Instagram, calls, apps. We're going to stick with instant forms today. We've done a lot of testing on all of these, and instant forms has been the most effective. So we're going to come down. You may just need to accept these terms for your page if it's a new page. You can leave this off. Dynamic creative, we're going to switch on. So that's why the ad is dynamic, which essentially means we can give it loads of different variations, different text variations, different images, videos, and it's going to optimize and find the most cost-effective ones when we run our ad. So we give Facebook loads of information, and then it can do its thing with that. Daily budgets, this is how much you're going to spend on a daily basis. So you might spend £5-10 a day or more. I recommend at least £5 a day, and then you can always scale it up from there as you see things are working. So we're going to put 5 a day, leave an end date, and what you can also do is set a lifetime budget. So if you wanted to say spend £300 in a month, you can just set it up there. I like to just keep it on a daily budget so your ad doesn't stop, and then you can choose when to switch it off, because sometimes an ad can be going really well, and then it's been running for a month, suddenly turns off and you lose a lot of momentum, and you got to get that ad republished. So it's easier just to go in and switch it off yourself when you're ready to do that. Cool. So here we're going to create our audience. So we've got a new audience here. So what we can do is we can set the location. So we're going to keep it United Kingdom. We can select the age. So this is essentially the sorts of people that are going to be seeing our ad. We're telling Facebook, hey, these are the people that we want to see our ad. Find people like this. So we're going to put the age 23 to 60. You can always have a play with this. We're going to go women, and then we're going to do some targeting. So I can type in essential oils. Or healthy living. So you can have a little test. So we've got living healthy. We might click that. We might put veganism. But like healthcare. And you kind of get the point. We can stack up more interest there. So you can type in anything. Not everything's going to be there. They're constantly changing. Like we used to be able to type in essential oils and it would come up with various bits, but it doesn't. But that's okay. And what we can also do as well, once we put in some targeting ourselves, we can press suggestions and it's going to put up loads that are similar. So we might just click some more of these and just stack loads of them up. So natural products, personal care, that sort of thing, maybe spas. So you can see we've got a fairly big audience now. And what we can do as well is turn this on advantage detailed targeting. So that's just gonna expand things past here if it makes sense, if it's gonna improve performance. So we can just leave that ticked on. So what we're also gonna do is just exclude the doTERRA employers. Cool. Placements, you can pick manual placements. I just leave it on the recommended. So that's it might put your ads on Instagram as well if it makes sense to do so. So once you set up an ad on Facebook, it's going to do it for Instagram as well. So you'll kind of be everywhere. So you don't need to worry about setting it up on there as well. And it's going to optimize for you for the best results. A lot of the time, you just got to let Facebook do its thing and optimize things itself because they want to get you the cheapest result. They want you to keep spending on Facebook. So we just need to give them the right information for them to be able to make the campaign a success. And then where applicable, leave Facebook to kind of do their thing. So the ad set, that's all ready to go. So just to recap, we're instant form. Going to maximize the number of leads. Got the page hooked in there. So if you've got multiple pages, you just need to make sure the right one's selected. We're going to turn on dynamic creative, set our daily budget. We set our audience, and we've got the placements in here. So we can go to next. So now we've actually got our advert on here. So yeah, don't worry about these. You might just need to set up an Instagram account or something or link it. I'm not going to do that right now. So our ad format, we've got single image and video. So just leave that ticked. We'll leave this ticked as well. So what we've got here, we've got our primary text. So that's the main text that's going to go here. And then we've got our headline, which is the text here, and then our call to action button here. So I'm going to hop out of Facebook now. We're actually going to create this advert together, and then we'll input everything in, and it won't be so overwhelming. We'll go through each stage, and I'll show you exactly what to do. So first things first, we're going to generate the text, the copy. We call it for the ad, and we're going to use AI to help us do that. So we're going to hop into ChatGPT. You're probably aware of what this is. You might have already had a play around with it. If not, if you create an account, you just sign up. You can sign up with your Google account or email. I'm just going to log into my account quickly. Cool. So with ChatGPT, it doesn't quite replace the work that you're going to do, but you can use it to help you, and you can use it to kind of draft up something that you can work upon for your advert. With this, the prompts, what we put in here, what we ask it is the most important thing. We need to give it enough information for it to design something worthwhile or to create something worthwhile. I've already written out a prompt for us to use today. So what this says is, imagine you are a successful Facebook advertiser who is creating an advert for an essential oils company. So this is really key here. So we're telling it exactly how we want it to behave. You can tell it to talk to you like a celebrity, and it will completely follow it. So we need to let it know how we want it to act. You need to write ad copy for an offer they are running, which is a free essential oils class. So that's going to be what we're going to focus on today. The class is hosted over Zoom. The copy should be conversational and use some friendly emojis. Keep each sentence on its own line, so no paragraphs. And the CTA, which is the call to action, which is the action that we want people to take on the ad, is to book a free essential oils class. We want to make this extremely engaging. So the reason that we want to keep each sentence on its own line is just to make it really palatable and make it readable for the prospect. If we've got too many paragraphs and bunched up text, it doesn't make it as readable, it doesn't flow as nicely. So we're going to enter that in and see what Chat GPT, very hard to say, comes back with. Okay. Cool. You can see it does very well. It's scary. Awesome. So what we're going to ask it next, because we want some different variations to test, we're going to say, give us 3 different variations, mate. And we're going to say, write a short, medium, and long. Write short, medium, and long variations. Remember to stick to the initial prompt. Okay. So you can see what it's doing here is actually putting it in paragraphs, which we don't want. So sometimes it's not going to get it completely right, but we can go back and ask it to update this for us once it's finished generating. But it's done it quite well. It's given us a short one, a medium one, a long one. And when we give Facebook this information, it means that they have these to test. They've got a short, medium, and long variation, because some people, they like something quick. And then some people that want some more information. And Facebook kind of knows that information from how people have responded to previous adverts. So it will show the correct one to the relevant person. Say, please rewrite and stick to the original prompt. You haven't spaced out the lines. You've written paragraphs. Please rewrite and keep each sentence on its own line. So that's not done. Yes. 3 variations. So again, it's just an example of how specific we need to be. So here we go. You can see it has kind of spaced it out, but it's not actually put a space in between properly, but be good enough. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is grab all of these and we're just going to space them out ourselves. I'd always recommend keeping it out of Facebook to the last minute, because sometimes it can be a bit buggy on Facebook and decide to delete. So if we just have it like on a Google Doc or a Microsoft Doc, then we just make sure we don't lose it. We've got the short one here. Just going to space it out. So you can see it's all, if it's all bunched up, it's not too readable. We space it out like this, it's yeah, a lot more readable. Cool. And then also what we can do, I really liked this original one. Take this long paragraph out. Okay. Cool. So we got our ad copy all done here. I would recommend going over it in a bit more detail, changing some bits. I'm not going to do that today, but just making sure you're kind of happy with it, because it's not going to be perfect, and you might be able to make some amendments. But the most important thing is it's nice and engaging, conversational, speaking directly to the prospect. You're calling out the offer straight away. Why should they be interested? What's going to be covered? And then that call to action. The call to action is very important. We want to let them know exactly what they need to do. If I just hop back into here quickly, you can see we got the call to action here. I'd recommend using learn more. And we're going to say click learn more. So we're telling them exactly what to do to secure your free spot. Something along those lines. You can just copy that out here. Awesome. So we're done with the ad copy. Next thing we're going to do is get some images and videos together. So what I'd recommend using for that is Canva. I set up a brand new account here. Again, all the tools that I'm using are free tools. So yeah, there's no barrier to entry. It's just having the budget for the ads, but any tools that we're using completely free. So I'm going to say small business, going to create a team. I'm not going to start a trial. I'm going to do everything on the free platform. The paid plan is good as well. We do use the paid plan for designing ads usually, but you can put something very respectable together without that. Cool. So the first thing that we're going to do, again, the same with the ad copies, we're going to create a few different variations. This does take a bit longer. It's something that we're going to use a template for, but it's going to take longer to do than the copy. So we're going to create a video. I'm going to click video, Facebook video. It's going to come up with some templates. So we can have a look in here, find a template that we like. I think this one could work quite well. It doesn't really matter about the actual content of what's on there because we're going to change everything. Cool. So I'm just going to use this first page. Okay, so now that we've got our ad in here, we can begin to customize it. So we're going to come to the Elements tab here, and we can just type in essential oils. We're essentially going to find something to put in here instead. Be cool to do a video. If you see anything with a crown on, it's Pro. So most of the media is Pro. If you've got the budget, then it's definitely worthwhile upgrading to it, or just starting a free trial and designing your ad, and you can go back. It can sometimes be quite hard to find. Put that one there. It's not very good. Okay, we'll type in lavender. Go to video. Okay, so we've got a couple of free ones here. This one's quite nice. We'll back that in. You can see already this is starting to look good. And maybe we'll make this that's good. Change the text. Let's say book your free class. Slide that down. Just drag this out a little bit so we can have this text a bit bigger. So it's very intuitive to use this. You can click on an element, change the text, resize, that sort of thing. So book your free class, and you can always go back to the copy. Let's see. Let's see. Click. Learn more. So started. That sort of thing. Okay, so we've got our video ad. And you might see here it says 18 seconds. It's because this video is quite long, so we can just trim it down. So we can click on here the scissors, and I might just set it to 6 seconds. Click done. So we can look at our ad. Everything flies in. Looks nice. So what we can do once that's ready is we can click download. Okay, cool. So we got our video downloaded here. So what we're going to do next is just design one more ad. So we're going to go to Instagram post. We essentially want to find one that's square. You always want to make your ad creative, which is the video or image. You want to make it square because it's going to take up the most space on someone's device. So we're going to go to Instagram post. Doesn't matter that it says Instagram post. We can use it as an ad. And we've got some more templates. So let's pick ourselves a template. I think we could do something here. 3 essential oils plus. Slot it down. Access anywhere. Yeah, started. Write that one in new line. And exactly like you would do in Word, you can always play with the spacing. So I'm just going to adjust that line up slightly. Something more there. This up, down a little bit. But cool. So make this a bit more essential oilsy. Cool. So this kind of relates. You can access anywhere from the world. Got the call to action there, and letting people know it's not like an in-person thing. They can log on from their computer. Awesome. So we can download this one as well. You'll probably want to take more time on your adverts. These aren't necessarily great. I think they'll do fine. But for speed, I'm just doing something nice and quickly. But you might take some more time to put something a little bit better together. So we got our 2 ads here. So we got a picture graphic and we've got like a video graphic sort of thing going on as well. The last thing I would recommend testing is just like a static image, just an image by itself. So you can use different sources for this. Any place where you can find free stock images. I like unsplash.com, but there's plenty out there. So I can type in essential oils. Maybe we'll use this image here. So we can just download that. And using any photo app, you can kind of crop things. So I'm just going to make sure it's square. And crop that image. So we've got 3 different texts. We've got short, medium, and long. And then we got 3 different creatives. We've got a video, we've got a graphic, and then we got just a basic image as well. So we're ready to begin putting our ad together on Facebook. So if we come back to the ads manager where we got our advert, I'm just going to close down some of these tabs. Cool. If you're anything like my partner, that's just alleviated some of your stress. So we're going to select images. We're going to upload. So we got our 2 images here, so you can write them in. Don't need to worry about renaming the name. No one's going to see that. So we can put those in here. and then we just want to upload our video as well. Cool. Whack that in. So our primary text, this is where we're going to put what we generated here. So we can grab the first one, whack it in. The spacing might not copy over exactly right, but we can sort that out. That's number one done. And then we'll grab the medium. Always correct things a little bit in here if needs be. If anything gets flagged. And then the long variation. Always recommend lots of spacing. Okay, cool. So you can see a preview here. So this is the sort of thing you can look at. So you can see this gets cut off, which looks a bit odd. So just remove that from all of them, and you can see it looks a little bit better now. Awesome. And you can view like the different variations here. So you could select how is it going to look with this one, and so on. Cool. So headline, so this is what's going to appear here. You can just copy this over. You can add different variations as well, the same as what we've done. So you can always ask ChatGPT to generate you some different headlines and descriptions. So again, here you can see it's kind of cut off a little bit. So we'll just remove those, and that looks quite nice on the separate line. Say book today ... something like that. I like to end it with a ... You might put like that more to get started ... that sort of thing. And that's going to appear underneath there. Most devices are going to be larger than this, so it will appear. But if you wanted to kind of see how that looks, we can always take out these emojis, and you can see that. So it's just going to appear underneath. Cool. So our ad setup, we've got images, videos, we've got all the text in here, our different headlines, our different descriptions, our call to action. So now what we need to do is design the form that it's going to direct people to when they click learn more. So if we click create form, I'm just going to name our form like lead generation form May 23. Say we want a volume. So the headline, I'm going to put book your free class. That's a choice class. Class today. Please fill out some basic information so that we can send you the booking details. Okay. Basic information, we'll just whack that in. So put full name first, put email address, phone number. Keep it nice and simple, but you can obviously add in more fields if you need to. You can always ask like the job title, that sort of thing, or yeah, anything really. And you can even add your own questions. So you could add like a multiple choice, short answer, conditional, so you can ask them anything that you want. So you might put a multi-choice. What's your experience with essential oils. Okay, beginner. There's a immediate. Might not spell that right. Expert. That sort of thing. So you can set your own questions, and that's going to appear on the first page. Then they click next, and they'll get taken to their contact information. It's going to ask for your company privacy policy. If you don't have it, you can do something a little bit cheeky. You can go to Facebook's privacy policy. Copy that. Back the link in there. Just put privacy policy. So it looks very standard. Data policy, privacy policy. And that's fine. So you say, thanks, you're all set. We'll contact you shortly with details for the free class. Speaking. You can always put call business and actually put your phone number in. It's a random number. You can even put to get the details right away. Give us a call below. Awesome. So it might ask for an image as well. If it does, you can just put in any image. I'm just gonna grab this one here. Fine. You might want to change it to something else. Doesn't look entirely great, but yeah, just whack an image in there, test it out, see how it looks. And a valid phone number. I know it's not valid. 07. That's the correct amount of digits. Yep. Okay. Cool. So our ad is now designed. It's ready to go live. We got everything we need. So it'll be a case of adding your payment information, and then just publishing the advert, and then you're good to go. So once it is published, you can track how things are going in here. So you'll be able to see the reach, cost per lead, everything like that. And you can turn the campaign on and off as and when needed. If you keep turning it on and off, it's going to affect performance. I'd recommend just keeping it on and perhaps lowering the budget if you need to take it easy for a little bit, if you're planning to keep the ad running, and not just completely turn it off, because you're going to ruin any momentum that you're getting with Facebook. So to track leads, you can either come into here and download the leads directly, or the better way of doing it, if you set up a HubSpot account, we're going to go through and set up an account. We'll be able to integrate that in, and you'll be able to store all your leads inside of HubSpot to make sure you're managing them correctly. Yes. Any password. Retail. You might want to select new to HubSpot, so they give you some training. I'm just coming through it nice and quickly. Okay, so once you're in here, once you've gone through setup, you're going to come to the company. You're going to come to profile, integrations, connected apps, visit app marketplace, type in Facebook, Facebook ads. Install. I need to disable ad blocker. And then you're going to go through, set it up, sync your leads. So let's do that quickly. As I don't have an ad set up, it might not give me the correct information, but we can do it. So you're going to sync it to your ad account. Make sure it's the ad account that we've set up. Connect, go next. And you can see, so we're going to sync all leads from this page here. And we can skip the pixel. So that means any leads that sign up, they're going to come into here. They're going to come into your contacts, so you can keep a track of them. So you can just come easily into HubSpot, manage your leads. You'll have the phone number there. You can go through call and make sure you stay on top of your leads. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. Essentially an A to Z, how to create an advert and then how to track the leads there. I'll attach the document to this as well, so you can see what tools we're using, the steps, the ChatGPT prompt, and also these variations. I would not copy these variations. I make sure you design something yourself and don't just put something out there that everyone's putting out. Make sure it's nice and unique and you're adding your own flavor to it. But this should serve as a good kind of base. And even if you ask ChatGPT this exact prompt, they're gonna spit out a different response. It'll be a different response every time. But maybe you want to change this prompt a little bit. Maybe ask it to do something slightly different, so it fits in with your personality. But yeah, hopefully this has given you a good understanding of the basics on how to get set up. So again, I'm Zach from South Digital. I hope this has been helpful, and wishing anyone watching this all the best in their business endeavors.